Hello guys, welcome to Technozar. This is Rohit Sharma, and in this video we are going to analyze our quiz 12 which was happened yesterday. This was based upon network theory plus control system. Okay, and the level was the test was medium. Okay, so there were total of 20 questions and which contains 80 marks. One correct question is equal to 4 marks and one incorrect is 1 mark. Okay, those who want to attend the quiz, please join our Telegram group, that is Isrota for EC. Also, recently we have launched our test series for EC students and also mechanical students. So please join it so that you can get around 1800 plus questions and you can solve them and clear your ISRO technical assistant exam. Okay, and we are launching our test series on 28th of April. So please register. Okay, so let's start the video. Question number 1. The value of resistance are shown in the figure. I am simply applying nodal here. I have taken this node as V. On applying nodal, V minus 50 upon 6 plus V by 7 plus 4 amperes current flowing here. Therefore, I am not taking the resistance here. Therefore, I am directly taking 4 amperes equal to 0. Okay, which is equal to minus 4. 7 6 are 42 LCM. 7V minus 350 plus V plus 6V, 7 6V, okay, is equal to upon 42 equal to minus 4. 7V plus 6V is 13V minus 350 is equal to minus 4 into 42. Okay, 13V minus 350 is equal to minus 4 into 42 is minus 168. 13V is equal to minus 168 plus 350, that will be equal to 182. Now voltage here will be 132 upon 30, which is equal to 40 volt. Now we have to find the resistance. Resistance is equal to current is equal to V upon R in this branch. Okay, and we have to find the resistance. Therefore, resistance is equal to V upon I, that is equal to 14 upon current is 4 ampere, which is equal to 3.5 ohm. Option A is the correct answer. Next question, question number 2. Okay, we have to the current through 120 ohm resistor in the circuit shown in the figure below is. We have to find the current here. Okay, simply you can see this here 25 by 7 ampere current is flowing. Here 4 by 7 ampere current is flowing. We have to find here. Okay, I am applying nodal here. So 25 upon 7 minus 4 upon 7 plus V upon 120 is equal to 0. This is equal to 21 upon 7 plus V upon 120 is equal to 0. Now V upon 120 is equal to minus 21 upon 7. Therefore, V is equal to minus 21 upon 7 into 120. Okay, 7 3s are, this is minus 3 into 120. V is equal to minus 3 into 120. Now current flowing in this branch will be I is equal to V upon 120 ohm. V is minus 3 into 120. And upon 120 gets cancelled, therefore current is minus 3. Minus 3 is when we have assumed the current is flowing in this direction, therefore this is minus 3. But this is positive, therefore the current is flowing like this. Therefore this will be 3 ampere. Okay, option C is the correct answer. Next question, question number 3. What is the voltage across the current source? We have to find the voltage across this. The voltage across 5 ohm will be the voltage across 5 ampere because they are connected in parallel. Now I am applying nodal here. V minus 10 upon 5 plus V by 5. V minus 10 upon 5 plus V by 5 minus 5 ampere is equal to 0. This is 2V minus 10 is equal to minus 5 is equal to plus 5. Okay, this will be plus 5 and this is into 525. 2V minus 25 plus 10. 2V is equal to 35. V is equal to 35 upon 2, which is equal to 17.5 volt is the correct answer. Option number D is the correct answer. Okay, these questions are very simple based upon nodal analysis. Also, you can do this question with the help of mesh analysis. Now, question number 4, the node voltage. We have to find this node voltage. Okay, simply now we are applying nodal. V minus 30 upon 10 minus 9 plus V minus 36 upon 20 is equal to 0. I am taking 9 on the RHS side. Now I am taking LCM here. This will be equal to 2V minus 60 plus V minus 36 is equal to 9. This will be equal to 3V minus 96, which is equal to 180, and 3V is equal to 180 plus 96, which is equal to 276. Now V here is coming out to be 276 upon 3, which is equal to 3,927, 326, that is equal to 92 volt. Therefore 92 volt, option D is the correct answer. Next question. Assertion reason is an assertion reason question, very important question. Norton theorem is applied to a network for which no equivalent Thevenin theorem. No, this is wrong. From Thevenin theorem, plus minus RTH, VTH. From Thevenin theorem, you can easily make Norton theorem circuits, Norton circuit, that is IN or RN, because we know that RTH is equal to RN and IN is equal to VTH upon RN or RTH. Okay, this is how they are equivalent. Thevenin and Norton are equal. Therefore, A is false, but R is true. Option D is the correct answer. Now, what is the maximum power transfer? According to maximum power transfer, when is the maximum power absorbed by one network from another network? Okay, when we know that this is VTH, this is ZTH. If we are having an impedance load, that is ZL. Now for maximum power transfer, we know that ZL is equal to ZTH conjugate. Therefore option B, the impedance of one is the complex conjugate of other. Therefore option B is the correct answer. Next question. This is a Thevenin theorem based question. We have to find VTH and RTH. First of all, I am finding RTH. For RTH, we will turn off all the independent sources. Therefore this will be open circuit. Now the circuit will be 1, 2, 3, 1 ohm, 2 ohm, 3 ohm. 1 or 2 ohm is series, and 3, this will be 3, and this will be 3 parallel 3. 3 parallel 3 is 1.5 ohm. Therefore RTH will be 1.5 ohm. Okay, now we have to find the VTH. So like this, I am applying source transformation here first, so that I can make easy my circuit. On redrawing this circuit, this will be 1 ohm and the voltage will be 1 into 3, that is 3 volt. This is 2 ohm and this is 3 ohm. And this is the voltage we have to find, this node V, and this is 2. Now V minus 3 upon 3 plus V upon 3, this is 3 also, is equal to 0. Therefore 2V minus 3 is equal to 0. And V is equal to 3 by 2, which is equal to 1.5 volt. Therefore VTH is equal to 1.5 volt and RTH is also equal to 1.5 ohm. Therefore option B is the correct answer here. Next question, we have to find the Norton equivalent here. For Norton equivalent, we have to short circuit the load and find the current IN. Okay, now I am applying nodal V. This is our node V. V minus 2 upon 3 plus V by 2 plus V upon 0.8. I am neglecting this point and taking 10 here. 10 upon 8 is equal to 0. Taking LCM, this will come out to be 24. 3 8s are 24. 8V minus 16 plus 12V plus 3 into 10, 30V. Okay, is equal to 0. Now 12 plus 8 is 20. 20 plus 30 is 50V minus 16 is equal to 0. Therefore V is equal to 16 upon 50. Okay, 16 upon 50, which is equal to 0.32. Okay, which is equal to 0.32. Okay, I hope this is clear to you. Voltage is 0.3 volt, but now we have to find IN. IN is the current flowing through this branch. Okay, therefore IN is equal to V upon RN, V upon R. V is 0.32 and this is 0.8. This will come out to be 0.4 ampere. IN will be 0.4 ampere. Now for finding RN, this will be short circuited. This will be short circuited. Then 3 parallel 2 RTH will be RTH or RN will be 3 parallel 2 plus 0.8. On solving this, you will get 2 ohm as the correct answer. Therefore option D is the correct answer. IN is equal to 0.4 ampere and RN is equal to 2 ohm. Next question, question number 9. Easy question. It's an easy question on resonance. At resonant frequency of RLC series circuit, draw maximum current due to the reason. Maximum current, when it can only draw maximum current when XC is equal to XL. Okay, and this, suppose this is R, this is XL, this is XC. Okay, maximum, it can flow maximum current when the difference is 0, XC minus XL, or XL minus XC is 0. Okay, then only resistance is left in the circuit. Therefore, I is equal to V by R, and the maximum current will be flown through the circuit. Therefore, the difference between capacitive reactance and inductive reactance is 0. Option A is the correct answer. Next question, question number 10. I have given this question before also. Okay, a series LCR circuit has a resonant frequency F, R equal to 1 ohm, L equal to C. Therefore, first of all, find the old resonant frequency, that is 1 upon root LC. 1 upon root L is 1, this is F. This is 1 only. Okay. Now, I am finding my new resonant frequency when all the components are triple, that is R equal to 3, L equal to 3, C equal to 3. 1 upon root LC, L will be 3, C will be 3. This will come out to be 1 by 3. Old resonant frequency is 1 and new resonant frequency is 1 by 3. Therefore, I can write the new resonant frequency is decreased by 3 times, that is F by 3. Option C is the correct answer. Next question, question number 11. Which one of the following effect in the system is not caused by the negative feedback? Negative feedback, that is the increase in distortion. Distortion will not increase with the help of this. The increase in distortion is not caused by the negative feedback. Okay. Question number 12. In the control system, excessive bandwidth is not employed because noise is always directly proportional to bandwidth. If bandwidth will increase, noise will also increase. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Next question. What is the power absorbed in an ideal conductor? You always remember that inductor and capacitor both are the energy storing elements. Energy storing elements. Inductor stores energy in the form of magnetic field, and capacitor stores energy in the form of electric field. Therefore, the power absorbed by an ideal inductor and capacitor is always 0. Only the resistor is the element which absorbs power, that is, it is also known as the heating element. Heating element. Only this resistor is used for heating purposes. Therefore, answer is 0. Option A is the correct answer. Next, this is a very important question. Current in electric circuit is analogous to magnetic circuit. Suppose we are saying this is an electric circuit. I have taken here. This is voltage V, this is R, and I. Current is flowing through it. Now, I am making one circuit, that is R. Magnetic circuit. In magnetic circuit, there is the resistance, analogous, reluctance. Okay. Force. V is the force here to draw the current, to flow the current in the circuit. Here, the force, that is the MMF, that is the magnetic motor force is there, and the flux is flowing through the circuit. Therefore, current is analogous to flux here in the magnetic circuit. Option A is the correct answer. And voltage is analogous to voltage, that is the EMF in electric circuit is analogous to MMF in magnetic circuit, and the resistance in electric circuit is analogous to reluctance in magnetic circuit. Remember this part, very, very important. Okay, this question can come in basic electrical circuit, that is a very around 1 or 2 mark question can come from that part in your paper. Okay, so please remember this. Question number 15. In a ramp input is applied to type 1 system, there is a steady state error. If you know, I have in around quiz 6 or quiz 7 where we have taken a quiz on network and control, I have given you a table on type 1, type 2, type 0 for ramp, step and parabolic. Okay, so for this the steady state error for a ramp input for type 1 system, steady state error is always equal to A by K. This is a positive constant. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Next question, for a second order system, you have to find the 2% settling time. For 2% settling time, this formula will be 4 upon zeta omega n. Zeta is given as 0.1 and omega n is given as 10 radian per second. 10 into 0.1 is 1. Therefore, 4 upon 1, 4 second is the correct answer. Option D. Next question. given a unity feedback system, that is k upon s into s plus 4, we have to find the damping ratio. For this, we have to find the characteristic equation, that is 1 upon gs, hs is equal to 0. hs is 1, therefore 1 plus k upon s into s plus 4 is equal to 0. This will come out to be 0, s square plus 4s plus k. If we compare our equation with s square plus 2 zeta omega n s plus omega n square, okay. Now we have to find the value of k. We know that omega n is equal to root k. I am comparing 2 zeta omega n is equal to 4. Therefore zeta will be here 4 upon 2 into omega n. Sorry, omega n, from here we can find omega n. Omega n is equal to 2 into 0.5, which is equal to 4. Omega n is coming out to be 4. Therefore 4 is equal to root k. K is equal to 16. Okay, this is how we can find the value of k in the given question. Okay, next question. For a unity feedback, same as the above question, first of all we have to find the characteristic equation. This will come out to be s square plus 3s plus 9. From here we can find a damping ratio. This is omega n square, therefore omega n is equal to root 9, which is equal to 3 radian per second. Now 2 zeta omega n is equal to 3, and zeta will be equal to 3 upon 2 into 3, which is equal to 1 upon 2. 3 get cancelled. 1 upon 2 is 0.5. Zeta is damping ratio is 0.5. Option A is the correct answer. Next question. The derivative of parabolic is always ramp, and the ramp derivative is step. Step derivative is impulse. Always remember this. Impulse. Okay. Parabolic derivative is ramp. Ramp derivative is step. Step derivative is impulse. Similarly, impulse integration is step. Step integration is ramp, and ramp integration is parabolic. So option B is the correct answer. Question number 20 and the last question of our quiz. The characteristic equation given as 3s to the power 4 10s cube plus 5s square plus 2 is equal to 0. This system is stable, unstable, marginally stable. To find the system is stable or unstable, first of all we have to check the characteristic equation if any term is missing or not. After checking, we are saying that s to the power 4 is present, s cube is also present, s square is also present, but s to the power is not present. Therefore, this system is unstable. Whenever one term is missing, then the system is unstable. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. If you have any doubt related to network plus control system, network and control system subject, any question, anything, you can ask me in our Telegram group, that is ISROTA for ECE, and please like our channel and subscribe our channel for further updates regarding any exam related to electronics or electrical, mechanical, civil, anything. Okay, you can ping me, message me in my Telegram group or in the YouTube comment section, or you can also tell me the important topics on which you want your videos, so that I can make video for you, and this will be helpful for you. So all the very best. We will meet in the next video.